serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright of the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
The Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthy, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazway.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers. With some of the most advanced technologies on the market, anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Well, hello and welcome into tonight's broadcast between the Southern Boone Eagles and the Hallsville Indians on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Austin Thomas. To my left, it's Ian Paprocki, and we are here in Hallsville for a great matchup between these two boys basketball teams that, well, I think it could be a good one here. Hallsville is certainly riding a hot streak right now, and your Indians are looking at a potential double-digit game winning streak. But it all depends on tonight. A tri-county conference game. You can never take this conference too easily. And so a big one indeed for the Indians as they look to take on the Southern Boone Eagles. The Eagles find themselves at 8-11 on the season. They're 1-1 in the Tri-County Conference, though, so they could be a problem. Hallsville, of course, 17-3 on the season. They are 4-1 against Tri-County Conference opponents. They have had a strong showing against them, and that includes a big victory in the Harrisburg Tournament Championship against Blair Oaks, a revenge for their earlier loss in the season against the Falcons. So for Hallsville, they're looking to keep this hot streak alive and see if they can keep things rolling in their favor. But Southern Boone, you look at that 8-11 record, that's very deceiving. They are in these games. They have a positive 5.1 point differential on the season. You don't see that all too often for a team that's 3 games below 500. So they are keeping games close, and they're just not able to finish them recently. That's what I have kind of seen as my big takeaway for this Southern Boone team, but that could all change in one game, especially in the right environment, and maybe this is it. They just had a big win against Osage on the road, and now they're on the road against Hallsville. Another big game for them. Ian, I'm going to bring you into this right now after a long while of me talking. I think the folks want to hear you. What are your thoughts on this game here?
Yeah, well, you look at the Southern Boone side. I mean, this is a team that had a successful year last year, 19-7, and you know they've got guys back from that team. They have returners. They have experience. It just hasn't all panned out yet. It just hasn't all clicked yet. But the pieces are there. I think the talent is there. And it's a very streaky team, too. I mean, you look at their season so far. They start out with 3 straight wins, right? They lose 5 in a row. Then they rattle off 4 wins. Then they lose 6. Back in the win category after that big win you mentioned against a good Osage team on the road. So maybe this is the start of another one of those win streaks here for Southern Boone. It's not a team to take lightly, but I mean on the Hallsville side, you look at all the success that they've had this year. As you mentioned, trying to get into double digits with their win streak. 9 wins in a row and 94 points over Versailles on Tuesday. A season high in points. The most points they've scored in a game since just over a year ago, back in January of 2024. So their offense completely clicking right now. They have a lot of scoring threats. I think this has all the makings for a very exciting game. A high-scoring game is what I'm anticipating. I think both of these teams know how to put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, well, you look at that Hallsville team, and you talked about last game's performance was a huge one for the Indians. The Indians certainly performed well against Versailles. 94-43 was the final there. They had 87 points entering the fourth quarter of play. They only needed 7 points in that fourth quarter to hit the 94-point mark. They could have easily hit 100 had it not been for the clock ticking down and a running clock in the fourth quarter on the season. I mean, that was by far their best win of the year. And it was 61 points at halftime for them. They were up 61-28 at the half. It was really a great first half, and everyone was playing well. You look at Tatum Brayman. He had a great first half. He shot efficiently. Caden Thompson had a good first half, but Cameron Cox, 15 points all in the first half in that game. He was 6 for 11 from the field. In the first half specifically, he only took 1 shot in that second half because they didn't need him because he was on the bench for most of the game because they were able to move to the backups. You looked at guys like Gabe Jenkins, Philip Pitua, Andy Jenkins, Brody Brown, Luke Peasley, even Jack Wooden and Aiden Ski getting into the game. Those are guys that don't normally see the court. All of them were playing almost the entirety of the fourth quarter, and some of them got in the third quarter as well, and you just don't see that. Philip Pitua, who hasn't gotten too many reps this season, he was in the second quarter of action. And that was a really good performance from him. He had a great night out there. Maybe he's making a claim for a little bit more playing time, but we'll have to see about the situations for this Hallsville team. But it's nice that you get that opportunity to get to see what you have in these young guys and these backups. You know, a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen. deep on that depth chart. It was nice to see that, and we'll see what else we have. Any final thoughts here before a quick break?
Yeah, I think it's just the depth when you look at storylines like that on the Hallsville side, the depth that they've seen. And I think that they knew this was going to be a deep team, but, I mean, it's been really impressive, the amount of production they've got from the young guys, in addition to some of these guys that have been around for a year, a couple of years. So, you know, it's been a lot of success for Hallsville, but still work to do here as we move on towards the later stages of the season.
Yep, quick break here. When we come back, the starting lineups presented by Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay, Independent Beauty Consultant.
At Hallsville School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Join Hallsville School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit hallsville.org and click on the employment link under Our District tab.
Attention Indians fans, here's your chance to help the student athletes of Hallsville by becoming a member of the Hallsville Athletic Boosters. Your gifts help provide all Hallsville athletes with a safe and positive experience while attending our school district, and also help purchase items that our sports team couldn't otherwise afford. You can join the Hallsville Athletic Boosters this season for as little as $25. Membership is open to everyone. Interested in joining? Look them up on Facebook by searching Hallsville Athletic Boosters or email them at hallsvilleathleticboosters@gmail.com. Let's go Indians!
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gazaway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gazaway.
Well, hello and welcome back into your Hallsville Indians here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Austin Thomas, joined once again by Ian Paparaki. As we get ready for tip-off, it's time for the starting lineups presented by Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay, Independent Beauty Consultant. Starting off with the visiting Southern Boone Eagles, they're going to be bringing out the following in the starting lineup. Jace Wren, the senior, he scored 14 points last game. He's going to be a big guy to look for. Chase Rackers, he's another good three-level scorer. He's also in the starting lineup. Braden Beckman got in there a little, is going to be in the starting lineup. He scored 10 points last game. Brody Troff, also in the starting lineup. Had a bit of a struggle against Osage, but we'll see if he can bounce back. And then Richard Oyewale, 7 points for him that last game, and a big rim presence for Southern Boone. That's the starting lineups for the Eagles. And now taking a look at your Hallsville Indians. They're 17-3, looking for win number 18 on the season. They're going to be led out by Tatum Brayman, the freshman. At 5'10", he's running the point guard. Caden Thompson, 6-foot senior. He's going to be out there playing the shooting guard. Cameron Cox, he's also in the starting lineup. 6-foot senior small forward. He's been on a heater from deep range this season. Keelan Dorman also, of course, in there, a high-efficiency shooter for Hallsville. He is a junior at the 4, and Isaac Stinson, of course, he's playing the 5 today. 6'4" senior, the all-conference twice for Hallsville. He's back in there in the starting lineup, and those are the starting lineup presented by Cassandra Gazaway, Mary Kay, Independent Beauty Consultants, and we are ready to go. Tip-off is away, and it's picked up first by Oyewale and dished back to Jace Wren. Wren looking out to the wing. He finds a cutting Beckman who doesn't get it, but the rebound and putback is there for Brody Troff. Already has more points and a better field goal percentage than last game. Cameron Cox trying to start off hot. He fires away, but can't hit the 3 from the wing. And now going the other way. Oh, a no-look pass. Beautiful down low. My goodness, Chase Rackers. found Richard Oyewale wide open, cutting to the rim. I mean, that is a way to start the game for Southern Boone. Motivated down, and Isaac Stinson tries to take it. No foul. He can't believe it. Hallsville still with the ball, though. Keelan Dorman bringing it down low, tries to go up, can't get the shot. 0 for 3 for Hallsville to start off this game. Oyewale goes backwards towards Chase Racker's pull up from the free throw line, and he's got it. And a great start for the Eagles, 6-0, and a three-pointer from the corner, a little short-armed from Cameron Cox. Now transition opportunity, Wren puts one up, doesn't go, rebound, and the putback is good from Chase Rackers, and an 8-0 run to start this game off for the Eagles.
This is an outstanding start for Southern Boone. They are setting the pace of this game, playing very fast.
Brayman driving in, he can't get the floater to go. Hallsville 0 for 5 from the field to start this one, compared to Southern Boone's 4 for 6. It's 8-0. Three-pointer from Wren. He falls to the ground, no foul. Rebound to Stinson. They're going to slow it down. Stinson trying to find his way with a spin move. He gets fouled and going to the line for 2 free throws. I'm a little bit shocked that we haven't seen head coach Brandon Kreitz call a timeout yet for this Hallsville side.
I think we were pretty close. I think that had they sunk a shot there on that last possession, that being the Eagles, I think we would have seen that timeout just to try and slow things down. I don't think that Hallsville can be super comfortable with the pace that Southern Boone is setting right now, like I mentioned, to get on the board right there.
No, definitely not. Isaac Stinson making his first free throw. It's the first point of the game for Hallsville. Finally getting on the board. It's 8-1, 6:07 on the clock. Stinson was 2 for 3 from the free throw line last game against Versailles. He goes 2 for 2 to start off this game. Full court press from Hallsville. Southern Boone's able to break out of it. Rackers down low, hop step, gets it out wide. Three-pointer from Troth, that's money. Brody Troth, he's got 5 points early on, and Southern Boone can't stop making shots. Keelan Dorman spinning down low, gets it out to the corner. Cox again from 3, this time he hits it. Cameron Cox, 11-5 the score now. Hallsville staying in it.
That's a big-time shot right there. Needed that one.
Cox had started the game 0 for 2 from beyond the arc as well, but hey, shooter's going to shoot. And now finally it feels like this game is slowed down, but not the fans. They're certainly into this one. The Hallsville faithful yelling that defensive chant. Rackers with it in the short corner on the near side. Gets it back up top to Wren. Wren back to Rackers in the corner. Rackers working on Brayman. Finding his way, hop step into the middle of the lane, back out, three-pointer from Beckman, air ball on that one. Beckman 0 for 2 to start it. Transition Euro from Stinson all around, and it drops. Isaac Stinson with a 2-point bucket. Makes it a 7-11 game, and all of a sudden that momentum from Southern Boone seems like it might have evaporated.
This is what Hallsville needed. They needed to slow the game down, and they've done just that.
Well, an off-ball foul called as Cameron Cox fell to the ground. They are going to call it against him, though, a little bit of a tug. And a couple of substitutions here as Schluter and Abe Rhodes check into the game. Thompson and Brayman go to the bench. And now an inbounds play coming for Southern Boone. They're up by 4. Wren, he's turning around from the corner and trying to make that moving three. Doesn't go. Three-pointer from Beckman also doesn't go. Finally, the rebound to the Indians. Stinson driving, Euro goes with the left, fouled on the shot.
I think he's able to draw a little bit of hesitation right there. He had Cox in the corner. He's been kind of hanging out around that corner the entire time. Stinson gave him a quick look. Maybe took the defender's eyes off of him. For a split second, he was able to work his way into the lane and draw the foul.
Well, Isaac Stinson is so mobile when it comes to driving into the paint. But can't make that free throw, though. And if you're going to try and utilize that, you got to make sure you're hitting your free throws. As Cameron Cox checks out of the game, Tatum Brayman comes back in. Brayman was on the bench for maybe 15 seconds there.
She needed a quick breather.
A little bit. You know, he's only a freshman. Got to have him on the bench a little bit, but Stinson going 0 for 2 from the free throw line there. Rebound, long rebound, goes to Peyton Schluter. Trying to find Isaac Stinson. Stinson thought Schluter took that shot and was looking for the rebound. Just miscommunication there.
Yeah, he just took his eyes off it at the last second. Schlueter made that pass, and Stinson wasn't even looking anywhere in the direction of the basketball.
Yeah, well, Stinson thought the shot was up, and he was ready to go to grab that off the rim. Wren gets this one out to Rackers. Rackers fading towards the baseline, can't get it. Grabs his own rebound, though. He's 2 for 3 from the field to start the game. Wren trying to get that one on the low block. Wren is 0 for 4 to start the game today. And quickly, Dorman trying to get to the basket as it knocked away. No, they're going to say it was just a lost ball by Dorman, and Cameron Cox checking right back into the game for Keelan Dorman. He was on the bench for maybe 30 seconds.
That's great defense right there by Braden Beckman. Was able to force that turnover without committing a foul. It's nicely done.
It's a very good job by the Southern Boone defense. They still lead by 4. Just under 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 3:45 to go. Chase Wren taking his time up top. Gets it off to Beckman. Dishes over to Rackers. Now Shearer back up top. Three-pointer from Wren. That's on the mark. Jace Wren, his first points of the game, and it's a key three-pointer. Extends this lead back up to 7 for Southern Boone. Brayman driving, loses the ball. But they're going to say off of Southern Boone. Isaac Stinson checking out of the game. Caden Thompson coming back in.
Hallsville is going to have to make an early adjustment here and give Jace Wren less room around the perimeter because he's been finding some space and he hasn't been missing for Southern Boone.
Tatum Brayman trying to get one up and took the shot, but a foul. He was threading 2 defenders to put up that layup. A little bit of a finger roll there, and he knew if he landed, he wasn't going to get the free throws. So he decides to just let it go and see if he can make it. And now he's getting 2 free throws. Brayman, a guy that you love to see on the free throw line. Didn't hit any free throws in that game versus Versailles. However, he does here. His first point of the game and makes it a 14-8 game. Dorman back in the game for Peyton Schlueter.
A lot of substitutions early, a lot of mixing and matching with these rotations early on.
Brayman 1 for 1 to start this game. Misses the second shot though. Rebound goes to the Eagles. Slowing it down, Brayman nearly picked that one from behind, but now he gets back on his assignment. Thompson guarding Wren, but not too well as Wren is able to get to the hoop for 2 more. Wren's got 5 in the game after his 0 for 4 start. 16-8 the Southern Boone lead. Pull up from the free throw line for Brayman off target. And a travel called in transition. Bryce Bonnet couldn't quite find the right dribble move and ended up walking before he put the ball down.
Yeah, he second-guessed himself. He saw one man open, then he changed his mind, tried to go to somebody else, but forgot the most important thing, dribble the basketball.
Tatum Brayman gets this one long pass to Caden Thompson, who still remained in the offensive front court. Isaac Stinson, fake crossover, gets down low, post move, tries to put it up, but a foul called. 2 shots coming for Isaac Stinson.
I think Beckman was arguing that Stinson traveled on that play, but they called a foul and sent Stinson back to the line. I didn't think he did personally. That's what Beckman appeared to be saying to the referee.
Not too strong of an argument there as the first free throw goes through for Isaac Stinson. Well, his first trip he was 2 for 2. His second trip he was 0 for 2. So if he's only doing those 2, then he's got to make this one, right? Second free throw comes in. Yep,
hey,
I was
you go.
right.
You called it.
6 points for Isaac Stinson. 6 of Hallsville's 10. The Indians down by 6. 2:30 to go in this first quarter. Wren, he's playing with that mask on right now after not sure exactly what happened, but he's been wearing it all game. Must have been something either in the previous game or practice. He'll take the 3 and he hits it. Jace Wren getting used to wearing that mask.
It's a lucky mask.
Corner, yeah.
It's a lucky mask, Austin.
It took a little bit for him to get used to, and now Tatum Brayman going up for 2 and a hard foul. A lot of contact there and just a slight mistiming down low. 19-10 the score as Southern Boone still up big time on the road, and the Hallsville Indians, they got to figure out something right now because this is not what they want to be seeing on their home court. Maybe they underprepared for this Southern Boone team as Brayman makes the first free throw there.
That's 5 fouls already
on
the Southern Boone side, so hitting your free throws is going to become a big key for Hallsville in this game.
Well, Hallsville, of course, Stinson already had 6 free throw attempts. This is free throw attempt number 4 for Brayman. And it bounces all around and out of the rim. He's now 2 for 4 from the stripe today. Jace Wren, he's been hot. Gets it out now, and Rackers trying to find a way inside the lane. He's going to jump and take the shot. 2 more for Chase Rackers. Rackers up to 6 points in the first quarter. Stinson, post spin, goes with the reverse, and a nice touch on the glass. Isaac Stinson, 2 more. They're going to need him to be active tonight. He's got 8 of the Hallsville 13. It's an 8-point lead for the Eagles. Beckman gets it down low. Working on his defender. Shearer puts his man on the ground, and a travel called. Mason Shearer tried to put on the post spin move, had good positioning, but looks like he must have picked up that back foot.
Yeah, solid break there for Hallsville, able to prevent any points on that possession. And Southern Boone not going to want to be turning the ball over when Hallsville gets back into a rhythm.
Cameron Cox, rhythm three-pointer on the move. Stinson tries to grab the rebound, then a jump ball called as both players got their hand on the ball.
Yeah, it's a smart, aggressive play right there on defense by Southern Boone, able to draw the jump ball. Yes, it stays with Hallsville, but
and they got the possession arrow in their favor.
Yeah.
Brayman and Stinson both out of the game. Thompson and Dorman into the game for Hallsville. Schlueter looking for someone, gets it to Dorman down low. Back to the free throw line. Rhodes spinning, going, but a travel called. Picked up that back foot a little bit. Just got to keep it strong there and not take that extra balance movement.
Yeah, we've seen both of these teams being so aggressive, maybe getting a little bit lazy with some of these travels and these double dribbles early on.
Southern Boone a chance at a double-digit lead here in the first quarter. 1:10 on the clock. Wren loses the ball for a second, picks it back up, regains his dribble. Now in the corner, trying to find some space. Ball back up top. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Rackers gets it over to the corner. Wren from 3, falling away. Doesn't go. No foul. They're trying to go for 2 again. Nothing for Oyewale. And now transition, a foul call. Dorman. First foul against Jace Wren. Keelan Dorman getting some shots up now. Still a 21-13 game. Keelan Dorman looking for his first points, and he does get the first one there. Makes it a 7-point game. Stinson checking back in for Caden Thompson. And these subs are getting a little bit confusing right now. The 5 on the court, Abe Rhodes, Keelan Dorman, Isaac Stinson, Peyton Schlueter, and Cameron Cox for Hallsville. And Dorman goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. As a team, they're now shooting 8 for 12 from the stripe.
It's a lot of free throws for 1 quarter, Austin.
Yes, it is. Could be a lot throughout the game. I guess we'll have to wait and see. 35 seconds left in the first. It's a 6-point lead for Southern Boone. This could be a high-scoring one that we're seeing here.
Might try to hold for the last possession here. Appears to be what they're aiming to do.
Yeah, it does look like that. 20 seconds to go, but a lot of times you'll see a team turn over the ball in a situation like this. Dorman nearly poked that one free. Jace Wren trying to get it one down low. 12 seconds left. 10 seconds and a 3-pointer from Shearer off target. Rebound by Stinson. Now transition opportunity. Dorman, 3 seconds left. Rhodes trying to get it down low. 1 second. Oh, man, fade away. As the buzzer expired, Abe Rhodes cuts this deficit down to 4.
That's a great shot by Rhodes. He took it all the way down to the very last second. Thought he was maybe trying to get too creative, but he gets the shot off balance, fading towards the sideline. That's very nicely done by Rhodes.
Yes, it is. The score at the end of 1 quarter, it's 21 for Southern Boone to 17 for Hallsville. Quick break. When we come back, second quarter of action for you here on the Show Me Sports Network.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of the Show Me Sports Network under the broadcasting rights granted therein. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the Show Me Sports Network. Announcers are provided by the Show Me Sports Network.
Are you in the market to buy your first home? Maybe it's time to buy some acreage. How about invest in a new space for your growing business? No matter the need, your trusted partner in real estate is me, Izzy Smith of Izzy Smith Homes, RE/MAX Boone Realty. I believe real estate is more than just bricks and mortar. It's the cornerstone of our lives. It's where memories are made and dreams are realized. Choosing me as your realtor, you're getting a professional, dedicated advocate who will work tirelessly to make your real estate dreams a reality. Give me a call today at 573-876-2873 or visit izzysmithhomes.com. Izzy Smith Homes, RE/MAX Boone Realty, your hometown realtor working harder for you.
Welcome back to Hallsville. Second quarter of action underway. A 21-17 lead for Southern Boone as Jace Wren takes it up. It's off for Shearer on the offensive side for the Eagles. Jace Wren off to a great start for the Eagles. Now up to 10 points after that floater finds its way through the hoop. Southern Boone extends the lead. Dorman quickly the other way. Here's Stinson driving in, had it stripped away. Loose ball, and Stinson able to regather possession on the right wing. Out for Schlueter, now Dorman. Top of the key, he'll give it a rip. It's no good, long off the back of the iron. And it's taken in by Rackman for Southern Boone.
Uncharacteristic shot from Keelan Dorman. You don't see him take those shots all too often.
Wide open corner three for Troff, no good. Barely nicked the front of the iron, and here comes Hallsville the other way. Stinson driving in with the left hand, puts it up, no good, and it's off of Rhodes, out of bounds. Southern Boone basketball. Zave Rhodes was trying to gather possession off of that rebound.
Yeah, and for Hallsville right now, it's got to be, remember your style of play. Southern Boone played an incredible first quarter. You've got to imagine they're not going to be able to keep it up all game. That's got to be the mindset right now. You don't necessarily have to panic and change everything, but you might have to at halftime.
Oyewale down at the baseline, goes up with the right hand. A strong play by Richard Oyewale to add on two more. Here's Hallsville quickly. It's Stinson. Back outside for Thompson. Stinson, far corner three, no good. Fighting for the rebound was Dorman. It squeaks out to Cox. Here's Thompson. He faked a pass, holds on to the ball, gives it off for Raymond. Here's Dorman. He'll slow it down. Hallsville with 94 points in their last game. A win on Tuesday against Versailles. Here's a three ball. No good. And the rebound for Oyewale. The other way come the Eagles. Rackers takes it up for Southern Boone to Jace Wren. Finds Rackers again on the far side. He works on Dorman. Drives in momentarily. Back out for Troff. Now Wren at the baseline. Careful to stay in bounds. He's denied by Stinson. It stays with Southern Boone, but what a block by Isaac Stinson, doing it on both sides of the ball tonight.
I mean, that's what you want to see out of your superstar player, getting involved on the defensive end. You don't see that from every superstar. You do from Isaac Stinson.
Some contact and a foul on Caden Thompson. So the first foul of the quarter to Thompson as Southern Boone looks to extend this 8-point lead, 6 minutes to go in the first half. An eventful start and a very lively gym.
You could say that again.
And a little bit of a miscommunication. Hallsville takes over on the turnover. Cox looking for Bremen on the transition, and the shot rattles out. It's rebounded by Beckman. And Beckman spinning away. He finds Oyewale. And Oyewale nearly lost possession of the ball. Quick ball movement, and it leaves a corner three for Rackers. That's no good. But the rebound is fought for and won. Now Wren a straightaway three. That one clanks out. And once again on the offensive side of the ball, it's a rebound and a three ball, no good, but there was contact on the play as Cox fouled Wren. And Wren will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, Jace Wren, man, he is being active tonight. He has taken 11 shots for Southern Boone. 4 for 11 from the field, and he's about to get his first free throws.
And the first one is right through for Jace Wren. He's up to 11 points on the night. 26-17, the Eagles lead. Hallsville looking to make a couple of substitutions here.
I don't know, Jace Wren with the mask might be the new go-to for Southern Boone.
It's clearly been good luck for him tonight. Not that time as the free throw misses. And here come the substitutions for Hallsville. Abe Rhodes checks back into the game.
Well, looking at Hallsville's side right now, Cameron Cox, I mean, he's usually been kind of that go-to three-point shooter. He has been really struggling today, 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. You got to look at really that three-point shooting. It's got to start clicking for Hallsville. They have made just 1 three-pointer today. It did come off the hands of Cox, but he's just 1 for 5 from three-point range. Isaac Stinson 0 for 1, Keelan Dorman 0 for 1, and nobody else has taken a three-point attempt here. And that's a big reason why you see Hallsville behind on the scoreboard right now, because they've been able in previous games to just hit 3 after 3 after 3. You see it time and time again. You haven't seen that tonight at all. Southern Boone doing a great job of closing out on those beyond the arc shots.
Jace Wren, 11 points so far for the Eagles. What does Hallsville have to do to slow him down and limit his output?
Well, I think they're doing a fine job right now. He's not shooting at a great percentage. The problem is that they are getting so many attempts. The rebounding has got to be a focus for Hallsville. Got to make sure they're not allowing those offensive rebounds. And yes, I understand it's going to be difficult. They've got the size on you, but they're not that much bigger than you, and to the point where you can't box them out and still get those rebounds. You've got to focus on that on the defensive side of the court. And that's where I think Abe Rhodes is going to come in. Abe Rhodes, Isaac Stinson, you've seen a lot of play from Rhodes tonight. I think he's going to be key in holding back those offensive rebounds from Southern Boone.
Final free throw is no good, but Oyewale, the rebound, and Southern Boone keeps possession. He threw up a shot that was long, and now sits out of bounds by Stinson. Or excuse me, that's Schleter, and so it stays with Southern Boone. So only one of the free throws is good, but the Eagles get to keep possession. Here's Wren. Beckman, near side 3, left it just long, and it's poked out of bounds on the play by Trough. Hallsville basketball with 5:08 to go in the first half. A 9-point lead for the Eagles.
Well, again, you look at that possession right there. They're playing good defense. They're forcing misses. The problem is they're not getting the ball back.
Here's a 3 ball from Schleter, and he gets it to go. Schleter with the 3, and now the Eagles turn it over. Another chance for Hallsville as Dorman goes in. His shot is poked away, and Stinson tries to go up. That time he can't get it to go, but Southern Boone stepping out of bounds. And so it'll stay with Hallsville. That was Rackers trying to recollect it. And so Hallsville has made it a 6-point game, and they can cut into that deficit even more here on the inbound. Schleter trying to get it in. He finds Dorman. Dorman goes up with the right hand, and he gets it to go. Dorman adds 2 more, and it's down to just a 4-point deficit. Rackers brings it up. Finds Wren. Wren being guarded by Brayman. Wren at the logo. Finds Rackers once again. Wren and Rackers, a big part of this early success on offense for the Eagles. Rackers trying to drive in. Goes up with a jumper from around the free throw line. It just rattles out. Oyewale battling for the rebound, as is Stinson. Stinson comes up with it, and he is fouled on the play.
I think he almost got the shooting foul there, trying to put one up from half court.
That's what he's trying to do there. That's what he's trying to draw. There will be a foul on Mason Shearer, not a shooting foul.
No,
so
definitely
Hallsville
not.
inbounds. Only the first foul of the quarter for the Eagles. We saw him get 5 early ones back in the first frame. Dorman on the near side finds some room in the lane. A great block right there. The rejection from Oyewale.
My goodness, he's got 3 blocks in these last couple of possessions. He has been incredible out there.
It's been very difficult for Hallsville to drive against number 14 in black.
And all of them are coming from behind as well. I mean, it's a chase down block every time. He's not in the best positioning, but he's got the height to be able to do it.
Wren on the far side, working on Stinson. Wren tries to get it down low. He's looking for Shearer, but the pass just out of his reach. And Southern Boone turns the ball over. Checking into the game for Hallsville is Caden Thompson. He comes in for Abe Rhodes with 3:36 to go. Still a 4-point lead for Southern Boone.
Well, let's see how the team boxes out and gets rebounds now without Rhodes on the court.
Schleter, the near side, plays catch with Stinson. Schleter's got it again. Tries to find Stinson, who goes up with the left hand, and it rolls in. 2 more for Isaac Stinson. He's got 10 of the game, and it's a 2-point lead now for Southern Boone. Rackers takes it up for the Eagles. Plays catch with Wren. Rackers being guarded by Thompson. They get it back outside for Trough. Trough, cross-court pass finds Wren with some space, and Wren can't get that to go. Dorman the rebound, and numbers the other way for Hallsville. Bremen goes up with the left hand and ties the game. 26-26, Hallsville finding their stride on offense. Here's Oyewale, using his strength to get up a shot, and now beneath the basket, a tie-up and a jump ball. And it's Hallsville possession. How about that defense from Hallsville, and now a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight.
Well, I think even better rebound positioning right there. They might not have gotten the rebound out the gates, but they created the jump ball, and that's what it's about. It's not necessarily about winning the rebound every single time, but it's about being in the right spot, and that right there was the right spot.
Stinson straight away. Schlueter looked at a three, thought the better of it. Stinson trying to work around Wren. Oyewale was right in his face. He got it to Dorman. Back for Stinson, thought about the corner three. He tries to drive on Oyewale. He gets this shot up, but it rolls out. And a second chance opportunity, and they call a foul on Stinson, and it's Southern Boone basketball. The third team foul of the quarter on Hallsville with 2:05 to go.
A little aggressive. I think that's the right decision, is for him to be that aggressive, because if you're going to lose the rebound battle, even if you do come up with a foul or two here and there, you got to sacrifice that without Abe Rhodes on the court right now.
Hallsville on a run here. Southern Boone trying to find their offense that they had back in the first quarter. Rackers, guarded by Thompson, gets it to the other side. They swing it around to Wren. Back for Rackers. Rackers tries to work on Bremen, puts up a jumper and connects. A good shot from Rackers right there, and Southern Boone regains the lead.
His dribble package is just so neat.
Schlueter on the near side. Long pass in a corner three on the way from Thompson. It's no good. A rebound by Southern Boone. Trough able to come up with it. And the other way comes Rackers once again. Working on Dorman. Poked away by Bremen. And now an opportunity. Bremen trying to pick up the ball. He lost it. It was poked away. Rackers picks it up. Bonnet with great defense. And now Southern Boone with numbers. A mid-range jumper is no good from Trough. They battle for the rebound, and Bremen has got it. Bremen to Schlueter. To the corner for Thompson under a minute to go in the first half. A 2-point lead for Southern Boone. Here's a three-ball. It is good. Isaac Stinson gives Hallsville the lead, 29-28. 42 to go here in the first half as the Eagles try to put more points on the board with Wren. Gives it off to Trough. On the far side, a pass now to the near side for Rackers. Straight away three. Trough rattles just out. Not getting the shots to fall for the Eagles here in the second quarter. And here comes Hallsville with just 22 to go. And a long pass is out of bounds. It deflected off of an Eagle. And so the ball stays with Hallsville with 19.7 on the clock and a 1-point Hallsville lead.
I got to imagine they try and get this one into the near the mid-court line and see if they can dribble out the clock here.
Hallsville trying to inbound. They get it into Thompson. Back to Schlueter, and here they go, trying to run this clock and make this the final possession of the first half. Schlueter guarded by Rackers. Here's Bremen. Bremen trying to get around him, and he does. Right into the lane with the right hand and in. A last-second attempt on the play by Wren. It doesn't hit anything, and Hallsville, after a rough start, goes into the half with a 3-point lead. And on that last play, it was Bremen with a beautiful take through the lane to add on two more. Austin, a fast-paced first half here in this one. Two teams clicking on offense. What are your takeaways?
Oh, man, well, it was a great job by Hallsville to not give in after a rough first quarter, especially defensively. I think they did a much better job, especially on the rebounding aspect of the game in that second quarter. It basically, since that point where I said something, it seems like maybe they took my advice right there and started playing a little more aggressively. You started seeing them focus a little bit more on the box out, and after that point, the Eagles didn't really score much more. Hallsville kind of kept the same offensive pace of the game, but the defensive pace changed massively for the Indians from that first quarter to the second quarter. I think that's the big takeaway here, and if Hallsville can keep that up, I see no reason why they can't keep building on this lead that they have now created for themselves here entering halftime.
We're going to take a break here on the Show Me Sports Network. 31-28, the Hallsville lead. Alongside Austin Thomas, I'm Ian Paprocki. We'll be back for second half action shortly from Hallsville High School.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
You want great benefits from your work, but you don't want a boring desk job. Then again, if you're active and working outside, your benefits are gonna be awful, if you have any at all, unless you work at Salter Lawn Service. 4-day work weeks with a full 40 hours, paid overtime, vacation, 401k, and full health insurance. Right now, Salter is looking for career-minded workers, so get started with a career you'll love and benefits you can actually brag about. Apply now at salterlawnservice.com.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
We need you. We need you. We need you.
We need you, now more than ever.
The Southern Boone School District is hiring part-time bus drivers for route athletics and activities with no experience necessary. Our drivers enjoy flexible work hours, paid on-site CDL training, and paid time off, all while helping our community. The position offers competitive pay. Go visit sbschools.us/employment.
We need you.
At Southern Boone School District, our educators do more than just teach. Lives are being shaped for the future before they even enter a classroom. For students to succeed, it takes an entire district-wide team. Our students need you. Join Southern Boone School District's team today, now offering competitive salaries and benefits for all positions. Visit ashland.k12.mo.us and click on the Employment tab.
We are entrepreneurs, doctors, vets, and storytellers. We're business leaders, educators, and performers. We are scientists, nurses, and trendsetters. We break the mold and get it done. We are visionary, world-changing magic makers. We are Stevens College. Be yourself. Be good at it. For more information, visit stevens.edu.
At the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift, we know a gift is more than a box or a bag with a pretty bow. A gift is the lifetime of love that you share. It's friends who grow as close as family. It's moments and milestones, both big and small. Whether receiving or giving, a gift brings joy and happiness. That's why, since 2018, we've made it easier to gift for those you love. Stop by the Tin Roof Monogram and Gift at 108 Corporate Lake Drive in Columbia or call 573-443-4438. Let us help you find that perfect gift for every occasion.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Since 1951, Ren's Automotive has been the leader in complete automotive and tire services, proudly serving the Ashland community and southern Boone County area. Servicing all makes and models of vehicles, customer satisfaction is their top priority. If your vehicle leaves you stranded, no need to worry, as Ren's Automotive offers 24-hour towing services. To schedule an appointment, call 573-657-4614 or stop by and see Terry, Peggy, Derek, and the crew at 124 East Broadway in Ashland. Ren's Automotive, your full-service automotive repair shop for over 70 years.
In today's world, injury prevention is at the top of everyone's list. However, heat-related occurrences get routinely overlooked. Zealous WBGT puts that front and center. By using cutting-edge formulas and technology, Zealous WBGT streamlines and simplifies obtaining and documenting wet bulb globe temperature readings. With a simple touch of a button, you can check WBGT anywhere in the world, receiving alerts when the WBGT goes over the threshold you select. Join the stress-free way to protect student-athletes, employees, and overall operations from extreme heat by downloading the free Zealous WBGT app today. Save time, save money, save lives with Zealous WBGT.
Welcome back to Hallsville High School here on the Show Me Sports Network alongside Austin Thomas. I'm Ian Pat Brocky, and an entertaining first half of basketball. Hallsville, a 31-28 lead over Southern Boone. Teams get warmed up to go here for half number 2. Austin, take us through that first half of action.
Well, it started off very much in favor of Southern Boone. They had a huge lead. That lead extended up to 9 points at its largest. And really, in that second quarter still, it ended up being an 8-point lead during that second quarter. However, Hallsville really started to find their footing there and played a lot better defense, specifically near the latter part of that second quarter, I should say. And it ultimately ends up with the Indians up front 31-28. And we'll see if that kind of continues out of the locker room here as these two teams warm up. And taking a look at the stats behind the scoreboard, first off, you got to look at Jace Wren from Southern Boone side. He's got 11 points. However, he struggled from the field, 4 for 13 from the field, 2 for 8 from beyond the arc. Not great percentages, but he's been able to get by with it because of the offensive rebounding, really because of, you look at Braden Beckman, Brody Troth, Richard Oyewale, they're all getting active on the boards. And Richard Oyewale, 4 points for him. He's been 2 for 5 from the field, not too shabby. Brody Troth, 5 points for him. He's 2 for 3 from the field. Beckman has struggled a little bit, 0 points on 0 for 4 shooting from the field. And Chase Rackers, though, he's been doing a great job of kind of with that ISO play. He's been creating a lot of buckets for himself. 8 points, 4 for 7 from the field for the junior, and has Southern Boone in this one really close right now. And as a team, they're shooting 12 for 35 from the field. Along with that, it's worth noting Jace Troth 0 for 2 and Mason Shearer 0 for 1 from the field. Neither of them have points. Taking a look at the Hallsville side of things, Tatum Brayman, he's got 6 points in the game, 2 for 5 from the field. He also is 2 for 4 from the free throw line. And Isaac Stinson is really the go-to guy so far. He's got 13 of Hallsville's 31 points. 4 for 9 shooting from the field. He's 1 for 2 from three-point range. And also, that means that he's 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Keelan Dorman has added a surprisingly quiet 4 points. Cameron Cox only 3. Caden Thompson has not scored. Schlueter hit his only 3-point attempt, and Abe Rhodes scored his only 2-point attempt in the game. And those are the stats behind the scoreboard as we get ready for our second half, presented by Izzy Smith Homes, Remax Boone Realty. Let's get ready.
Well, Hallsville, in the last 10 years, 17 tries against Southern Boone. The Eagles have won 15 of them. Hallsville's only won 2 times against this team in the last 10 years. So it's been a struggle historically in the head-to-head matchup, but man, this year's Hallsville team just feels different.
It really
Austin?
does. It really does feel different, and that's nothing against Southern Boone. Southern Boone's had a rough season. They're not a bad team, and I don't think you can say that about them. Obviously, you're keeping it close with one of the better teams in the mid-Missouri area, Hallsville. 3-point game, that says a lot about you as a team.
First possession of the second half belongs to Southern Boone. On the near side, it's Wren. Gets it down low to Oyewale. He goes up with the right hand, right over Dorman. A bit of a mismatch there, and Oyewale able to put in 2, and Southern Boone is within 1 here in the first minute of the third quarter. Stinson faked a 3. Now he'll back off. Finds Cox on the run. Brayman, a strong first half for him. Finding Stinson once again. Stinson, a key contributor so far for the Indians. 13 points for number 3. Here's a mid-range fadeaway shot. That's no good. Cox is right there, though, for the rebound. Far corner 3 for him. It rattles out in the rebound to Beckman. So I'll give it to Rackers to take up, in Southern Boone here on their second possession of the quarter, a chance to take the lead. Beckman faked a 3, cuts inside. We'll dish it back out, back to the top of the key for Jace Wren. Wren, a very strong first quarter. Not quite the same success shooting the basketball in the second quarter. Driving inside Rackers. Good defense by Dorman. Wren in the far corner at the baseline. Puts up a floater with the right hand. It missed everything. Short Stinson the rebound. He hands it off to Caden Thompson, who gets it up for Brayman. Brayman, nice spin move around Wren. Brayman goes up with the right hand. It's no good. The rebound is gotten by Brayman himself. He'll try to go up once again. He had it poked away. Picked it up once more, and this time the rebound goes to Southern Boone, and a foul is called on the play on Hallsville. It's called on Dorman. First foul of the second half, and it's Southern Boone basketball with 6:21 to go, or 6:21, pardon me, here in the quarter. 31-30, the Hallsville lead, and full court press there on defense. Quickly, it's Wren with the right hand off the glass and in. Jace Wren with his first points of the second half, and now Dorman the other way. With the right hand, tried to go up and around, and it was no good. And now a Southern Boone lead as they pressure him behind the half-court line, and a timeout is called on the play as Rackers is in a little bit of trouble. But a 1-point lead now for the Eagles, who are off to a great start in this third quarter. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the frame.
Yeah, a little bit surprised there wasn't a foul called there. There was some pretty heavy contact during the ball, but still remains in possession of Southern Boone here. And for them, they've just got to keep playing their game right now. It's all got to do with this start for them. You know, they started off the game hot. They built up a big lead, and now they've got to do the same thing out of the second half. That's what kept them in the game in the first half. It's what'll keep them in the game here, and then it'll just come down to that finish. And obviously they had a big game against Osage, a strong finish there. We'll see if they can do the same thing here and see if they can kind of turn around those close losses into close wins at Hallsville. But for the Indians, of course, it's got to be, you know what, hey, they know that they think that they're the better team right here. 17-3 versus 8-11. There's something about that. Hallsville's got to believe that they're the better team, and they got to show that right now.
I don't think 8-11 truly reflects how good this basketball team is. There's a nice lay-in right there by Oyewale. 34-31 Southern Boone. I mean, they've shown that they can compete with just about anybody. As driving inside is Cox. Oyewale hacked him. Cox got it to go and one. Cameron Cox a chance at a three-point play to tie this game.
That's a huge bucket right there for Cameron Cox, and it's been a struggle for him early on this game, but a big shot there, maybe that'll get him going.
Free throw is good. 6 points for Cox in a brand new ball game, all even up at 34-34. Taking it up is Rackers with some speed. He tried to work around Schlueter. Schlueter able to get back, and he dumps it off to Wren. Back to Rackers on the right side for Wren. Wren and Rackers have been on the court for what seems like the majority of this game for the Eagles, really driving this offense. The nice jumper is good right there from Rackers. And back out in the lead is Southern Boone, 36-34. Dorman quickly goes up, and another block by Oyewale, and it's out of bounds on Southern Boone. So Hallsville retains possession.
Now, I haven't been keeping track, but I think that's 5 blocks in the game for Oyewale. It's at least 4 that I've counted, and I believe that there was one earlier that I just haven't been keeping track of. He's been so good defensively either way.
He's been a menace in the paint on defense for Southern Boone all night long, giving Hallsville all sorts of fits on offense. Down low, Stinson trying to work on Beckman. Kicks it back out for Cox. He tries to work around a man. And gives it back to Dorman. Long possession for Hallsville. Dorman spinning around with the jumper. It's no good long. Stinson able to grab the rebound. Stinson trying to work his way back into the paint. He gives it to Cox, who will give it a go from 3, and it's no good. Oyewale the rebound. So a long possession for Hallsville. They come up empty-handed. Here's Wren on the other side. Wren inside for Oyewale. He goes up and over a man, but he can't get it to fall. And the rebound for Abe Rhodes. Just over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter as Rhodes hands off for Cox. In the near side corner is Stinson as he works on Beckman. Stinson driving into the baseline. To the post. Stinson goes up and he's fouled on the play. The foul on Beckman.
Yeah, Stinson's just doing such a good job of getting in the right position there to draw the contact. That's one of the things that makes him so good is a knowledge of what will get you the call and what won't.
The Hallsville offense took a little bit of time to get going in that first half, in that first quarter. Then we saw them really hit their stride in the second quarter. Another maybe slow start here in this third quarter out in the locker room. So we'll see if they can kind of hit their stride like they did. As Stinson able to hit the first free throw, he rattles it in. The Southern Boone team came out with speed in the first quarter. They were hitting their shots. They commanded the game early on. Just haven't seen that quite as much, especially here as of late. The speed that we saw, it felt like they had complete command of this game. And as soon as Hallsville was able to slow them down on the offensive side of the ball, they got right back into this thing.
Yeah, we'll see if that's the same case here. And I think it could be, but not as slow of a start defensively is the point.
36-36 with under 4 to go. Oyewale on the far side. He's double teamed. He gets it back out to Rackers. Rackers trying to find something as he puts up a mid-range shot and gets it to fall once again. Strong second half for Chase Rackers. The other way comes Hallsville. They've got some speed. Driving in, down low. The shot goes up. It's no good. It missed everything. Back out. Now to Brayman. Brayman trying to drive on Oyewale. Gets it back out for Cox. His 3 ball. No good. Oyewale the rebound.
I mean, that was a great pass from Tatum Brayman. Cameron Cox just couldn't hit the 3.
Here's Beckman. His 3-pointer just rattles out. And battling for the rebound were Oyewale and Rhodes. Now the ball on the ground and a foul is called. I believe it was on Brody Trough.
Yeah, and Trough trying to go for the ball, but he accidentally tripped over Cameron Cox there and fell on him, and that's going to get you the foul every day of the week. But for Hallsville right now, you got to make sure that you start to pull ahead here. I think you trust yourself in close game situations, but you'd love to not be in that situation.
Neither of these teams strangers to these close game situations. There's the 2-point win in that aforementioned win against Osage for Southern Boone in their last time out. 2-point lead for the Eagles here as Hallsville tries to draw even once again. Back and forth third quarter. Fadeaway shot from Brayman is long. Oyewale another rebound. He's pressured by Brayman. Oyewale tries to get it across for Rackers, and he does, right on the near side. Back for Rackers, and they'll slow it down a little bit. This is kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, early on, you didn't see the pace slow down on offense for Southern Boone. Not that it's not the right move, but, I mean, they were wheeling and dealing early on, and now taking things a bit slower, and it works for them right there. Jace Wren, a beautiful jumper, gets it to go, and it's a 4-point lead. Able to keep it in was Thompson as Dorman at the post swings it back out to Schlueter. Schlueter into the game. Thought about giving it a go. He plays catch with Dorman, but unable to collect the return pass, and Southern Boone takes over on the turnover. 4-point lead for the Eagles as Rackers goes up and bakes it in. Chase Rackers, once again, he's up to 14 on the night. It's 42-36. Here's Schlueter, a 3-ball. No good in the rebound for Rackers. Man, Chase Rackers has been all over the place in this third quarter. Here comes Jace Wren. He goes up. He's fouled.
Well, you look at Chase Rackers, he's got 14 points, but he's doing it uber efficiently. 7 for 10 from the field. You can't ask for much more from a guy than that.
This has been a game of runs, Austin. Early on, it was Southern Boone. Then we saw Hallsville go on that run early in the second quarter. And right now, it's been all Eagles as Wren heads to the free throw line. 15 points in the game for Wren, make it 16. 43-36 as the Eagles have suddenly opened up a 7-point lead.
Yeah, well, you might have been right about the slow start in that quarter earlier, and Hallsville's going to have their work cut out for them in that fourth.
1:39 to go in the third quarter. The second one rattles out. They battle for the rebound, and Dorman prevails. Dorman quickly the other way. Waits for his guys to get set up. It's Thompson looking to drive, kicks it back outside. Dorman working in, and he gets it to go. Banks it in. The defense by Bonnet. It was good defense, but Dorman made a better play.
Well, he's thinking about time right now. Started the game 1 for 8 from the field. That's just his second field goal tonight.
On the far side, it's Bonnet. They get it into Oyewale. Oyewale being double teamed. Tries to go up with the right hand. That's a beautiful finish by Richard Oyewale. 45-38. Southern Boone in the lead. Under a minute to go in the third quarter is Dorman spinning around Bonnet. His shot's no good. Hallsville gets the rebound. Their offensive rebounding has been stellar tonight. Thompson the three ball, left it long. Another offensive rebound. This time it's Dorman. Cox finds a cutting Stinson. He goes up on the play and he's fouled. Good at ball movement by Hallsville. Aggressive play from Stinson, and he draws the foul with 40.9 to go on the clock. 45-38 as Stinson heads to the charity stripe with 15 points on the night.
Yeah, well, he had a game earlier in the season where I believe he went 13 for 15 from the free throw line. I might have that number wrong, but he shot some crazy number of free throws, and it seems like this might be one of those games because they need it to be one of those games.
Peyton Schlueter checks in for Keelan Dorman. It appears that Abe Rhodes is preparing to substitute into the action as well. First free throw was left short by Stinson. It remains a 7-point lead. Stinson cuts it to 6 with that one, and Stinson will come off for Abe Rhodes. So Stinson up to 16 points on the night. It's a 6-point lead for Southern Boone in the final 40 seconds of action in the third quarter. Some pressure right here from Hallsville. Southern Boone able to get it in deep, and the shot is up and in. 47-39 as Stroth was able to get it to go. Now quickly the other way is Brayman. He finds Cox at the baseline. Takes it back out for Brayman. Brayman working on Wren. Goes in with the right hand off balance, and he banked it in. Oh man, Brayman is making some plays. He's making some tough ones look easy. 47-41, under 10 to go in the quarter. Trough back out to Rackers. He's got 3. He's got to go. Rackers driving in, goes up for the jumper. No good long. Oyewale tried the second chance opportunity. A great effort, but he couldn't get it to go. And that is the end of the third quarter. 47-41, Southern Boone jumps out in front. A great third quarter for the Eagles. Austin, your takeaways.
Well, man, it has been a rough third quarter for Hallsville, similar to that first quarter. But hey, if they can get back to what they did in that second quarter, this is still anyone's ball game.
We're going to take a quick break here on the Show Me Sports Network. When we come back, fourth quarter of action here from Hallsville High School. We'll be right back after this.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of the Show Me Sports Network under the broadcasting rights granted therein. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the Show Me Sports Network. Announcers are provided by the Show Me Sports Network.
Out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Well, hello, and welcome back into the fourth quarter of action here between Hallsville and Southern Boone. It's 47-41. Stinson dishes out. Cox for three. Doesn't go. Rebound the other way. And Southern Boone's got a chance to extend this 6-point lead even further. They feel like they've got to do that. Hallsville's been a great fourth quarter team this year. And kind of the opposite can be said about Southern Boone. Driving down low, but Brody Troth with a nice 2 points. Makes it a 49-41 lead for the Eagles. Raymond working on Wren. Down low, post spin. Dishes back out. Hallsville slowing it down here, and Keelan Dorman over to Cox. Driving in, dishing out to Schlueter. Schlueter, couple dribble moves, working on Rackers. Gets it over to Dorman, who goes with the reverse, and an ugly shot. Doesn't get it to go. He was hoping to get a foul call and didn't get it. So his tough night continues. Still an 8-point lead for the Eagles. Wren out on the left wing. Back across. Rackers. Rackers working on Cox. Gets it back out to Wren. Wren over to Beckman. Beckman driving in, right side, goes off the glass, and that's a 10-point lead for the Eagles. And a timeout called, and that one a necessity for Hallsville. 51-41, the Eagles lead, 6:24 to go, and hey, Hallsville can turn it around in an instant, but they're down 10 right now. This cannot feel good.
Yeah, I mean, right now Southern Boone has Hallsville all out of sorts. They have them off balance, and they're hitting their shots. And on defense, I mean, they're staying right with everybody right now on this court. So they're doing all the little things right so far in the second half. Whatever adjustments were made in the locker room at halftime, they've been very successful so far, and they've brought the energy. And, you know, we talked about Hallsville kind of needing some time to get things going in that first half. But, I mean, there's still 6:24 left on the clock, but the way things are going right now, I mean, you're going to start to run out of time.
Well, you do start worrying about those close losses that Southern Boone has had this season. They've had a lot of heartbreak. Could this be another one? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see, because still a close game, but Southern Boone hoping that they can just keep on building this lead to the point where they don't have to worry about that close game heartbreak anymore. 10-point lead, I mean, this is a key opportunity to do that.
They're going to have to keep hitting their shots, though, because, you know, we talked about Hallsville and their ability to make some late-game shots and to go on these runs late. So the offense is going to have to stay. They're not going to be able to kind of, you know, fall off a little bit like they did in that second quarter and still be successful, even with the 10-point lead.
Yeah, and on Southern Boone, not a single player is shooting under 50% from the field in this second half.
It's impressive. Very impressive.
I mean, that just, not a single player under 50% in the second half. Tatum Brayman trying to cut this lead back down to single digits. Stinson gets right side of the lane. Oh, a nice move to create a little bit of space off of Oyewale. And off the backboard for 2 points. Isaac Stinson, he's up to 18 in tonight's game. They're going to need him to continue adding to the scoreboard here. 43-51, Southern Boone, a floater and a beautiful release from Jace Wren, who's now up to 18 points in tonight's game. Get this one around to Schlueter for three. On the money, laser from Peyton Schlueter. His first three of the half, second three of the night. He's got 6 on the game and cut this lead back down to 7 points.
Yeah, Schlueter's been a little bit quiet tonight, but he's a guy that could really help Hallsville flip this script if he keeps getting some looks.
Chase Rackers dishes off to Wren. I think you can imagine a lot of the starters and all these key players, they're going to be playing the rest of this game. 5:15 remaining. Beckman with it at the point. Back to Rackers. Rackers with Schlueter right on him. Gets by him for a split second, picks up his dribble. Schlueter gets a hand on the ball, goes out of bounds off of Hallsville.
Yeah, great play. Right after the 3 ball from Schlueter, able to stay aggressive on defense, and I think he's earned himself some valuable minutes here late in this game. He's going to get the stretch run for the way that he's playing and the effort that he's putting in.
Rhodes and Thompson coming in for Dorman and Brayman as Southern Boone will see what they can do with this lead. Over to the corner, Beckman back up top. Out to the wing, Wren driving, baseline, doesn't go, rebound fought for. Schlueter was on the sideline, and it goes out of bounds off of him, or was it? No, they're going to say it's out of bounds. Okay, yes.
The referee pointed the wrong way.
Yes.
He signaled out of bounds and then pointed that it was Hallsville basketball, even though it was clearly Hallsville who stepped out of bounds. Credit to the referee for correcting himself there.
Inbounds pass, of course, goes to Jace Wren. An attempted double team there brings Hallsville out of position. Ball batted away, and they're going to say this one is off of Hallsville. And was wondering if there was confusion that time, but no, this time it is really still going to remain Southern Boone basketball as Gabe Jenkins checks into the game for Cameron Cox. Gabe Jenkins, I don't believe, played in the first half. He got in that third quarter a little bit, and now he's in a tight pressure situation.
Yeah, some important minutes for him here off the bench.
Well, they like what he can do, especially defensively. Maybe not that big of a scorer, but they're okay with his presence, and a timeout called by Southern Boone. 4:31 left in the fourth quarter. Still a 7-point lead for the Eagles in this one. Still anybody's game. Hallsville's got to come up with some stops, though.
Definitely they come up with some stops, and that defensive possession right there looking good so far. You kind of force Southern Boone to take a bit of a pause here and discuss their strategy and try to drop a play to get around this defense. I mean, if you're Hallsville, you're still in this game, and you need Isaac Stinson on the offensive side of the ball. You really do, because he had a very strong first half. He's still been putting the ball in the bucket in the second half, but you're definitely going to need some sustained offense from number 3. And I think on the defensive side of the ball, like you mentioned, it's got to be solid. They've got to start forcing Southern Boone to take some off-balance shots, to shoot from the outside. And they have to stop giving some of their shooters, such as Jace Wren and Rackers, space around the perimeter.
Well, I think one thing that we're watching is going to be that three-point shooting from Hallsville. Always a great three-point shooting team. Not tonight. Caden Thompson 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. Peyton Schluter, the only one who's shooting well from beyond the arc. He's 2 for 3. Cameron Cox, 1 for 9 from three-point range. Keelan Dorman, 0 for 1. Isaac Stinson, 1 for 2 from downtown. And those numbers just not what you want to see out of Hallsville. They're not doing enough from there, especially for the amount that they're taking. And maybe we start to see that. Maybe Cameron Cox starts to hit some of his shots here once he comes back into the game. So now Southern Boone working it around. Rackers over to Wren. Wren looking to drive inside. Gets it to Beckman. Back out to Rackers on the wing. Rackers over to Wren. Gabe Jenkins playing up close on him. Trying to pressure him and get that steal, and nearly, but he falls to the ground, and Wren can't get the bucket to go. No foul call. He was hoping that he'd get one. Transition opportunity for Hallsville. Stinson to the ground. Foul called against Beckman. A blocking foul, and Beckman is incensed with that call.
Yeah, he didn't like it because Stinson was falling towards the ground. I think it is the source of the anger right there. Stinson is trying to get around him. He's falling to the ground, and as he's falling, he runs into Breckman, and that's where the contact was. I think that's why Breckman was upset about that.
Triple sub as Rhodes, Jenkins, and Thompson all go to the bench. Cameron Cox checks back into the game along with Brayman and Isaac Stinson. So some key players here all on the court for Hallsville. 3:56 remain in this one. Schluter looking to get it in bounds. He finds Cox. Cox, space, takes the three. Again, off target. Cameron Cox 1 for 10 from beyond the arc, and a foul called. Hook and hold on Tatum Brayman. And still a 7-point lead for Southern Boone. It'll be their basketball, and a timeout called by Brandon Kreitz. It's still anyone's game, but Hallsville not able to create any momentum right now.
Well, when you get into this territory of the game under 4 minutes with a lead like this, a 7-point lead, you have to start, acknowledging that Southern Boone has the freedom to maybe hold on to the basketball a little bit and try to run a little bit of clock. I mean, I think we have to start expecting that in these minutes, because these minutes are going to start to go by, and for Hallsville, they just need any sort of offense that they can get to work their way back into this one. But look, Southern Boone, how impressive they've been tonight. This is a team, like I said earlier on, I'll say it again, 8-11 does not reflect the true talent of this basketball team. And a big win against Osage, they can pull this off and hold on. It would be another huge win here tonight. They could end up going on a very successful run here. And we talked about kind of the streakiness of this team as well. So they've been very, very impressive tonight, but they've just got to be able to finish. They've just got to play a strong final few minutes.
Well, Hallsville has averaged 76 points per game over the last 6 games. They have 46 right now. Jace Wren with the ball, trying to break the full court press. And Rackers does finally cross the timeline. Now gets it back to Wren. Wren over to Rackers. Rackers gets it back to Wren. Wren double teamed for a second. Schlueter coming up, out of position now. Hallsville's got to get it. Isaac Stinson swats that one away. Playing a little bit of DB there, although he's known as a wide receiver in football.
Yeah, he's used to being on the football field. He's used to tracking down the football, and right there he tracked down the basketball and made a nice play.
You know, a couple times the quarterback will make a bad pass, and you got to swat it away so the defender doesn't pick it. Here's Dorman nearly getting a takeaway, and he slams into the mats right next to the cheerleaders there as they kind of separate, and he went sliding in. It looks like he's good there. But
yeah, everyone's okay. Cheerleaders luckily getting out of the way, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a bullet train. You can't stop it when it's rolling on in. So.
There was no stopping Dorman right there.
No, there was not, except for the wall. Beckman down low. He's trying to go between defenders. Blocked by Peyton Schlueter. Beckman gets it back, though, and goes back for 2 points. Now, apologies, that's not Beckman. That's actually Mason Shearer and an injury down low. And this is not good. He's writhing in pain down low. I will see if I can get that name whenever we have the ability to, as you don't like to see an injury like that at this point in the game. A 9-point lead for Southern Boone as they finally got some momentum going their way back to building that lead. Hallsville really in a hole, and you don't really want to give them anything, and it's just an unfortunate situation right here.
Yeah, certainly a high level of concern there below the baseline.
It looks like that actually is Braden Beckman down low. He had gone up for that initial shot, and when he missed it, he must have gone I wasn't exactly paying attention, but he must have gone tumbling down with the defenders there, and Beckman is standing up on his own, but he is limping very heavily, not putting any pressure on that left leg, and he's going to walk back to the locker room, and applause as he walks up. We hope that Braden Beckman is okay there as he goes back to the locker room, and for the Eagles, they've got to create themselves some sort of momentum right here with that. Well, maybe they don't need to. They've got a 9-point lead. That might be momentum enough, but back into action here. 3:08 on the clock, a 9-point lead for the Eagles. Brayman looking for a lane. He gets one, puts it up with the right hand. 2 points for Braden Beckman, or for Tatum Brayman. Brayman's got 10 in the game. Started off this second half 0 for 3 from the field. He's hit his last 2 shots, though. And a timeout called for by Southern Boone as Oyewale was trapped in the corner on the near side and really wanted to keep that ball. 7-point game. Hallsville might have a little bit of momentum right now.
Yeah, and Tatum Brayman on the other side with the basket. I mean, how impressive has he been as a freshman? Some of the moves that he makes, the quickness, the shiftiness that he has, the ability to elude defenders as a freshman. I mean, it's so huge for this Hallsville team with all of the guys that they have coming back from last year and the veterans on the squad. To have a guy like Brayman and some of these other younger players, the freshmen and the sophomores, contributing like this and being able to make big plays in big situations. I mean, that's something that, Hallsville's got to love, even though they're trailing right now in this game and trying to work their way from behind.
Yeah, well, he performs better under pressure. That's what we've seen time and time again throughout this season. And for Brayman, I think now is kind of the time that you got to look for him. Somebody other than Stinson to step up. Not really anyone has done it yet for Hallsville. A couple of minor point scorers, but Brayman's got 10. He might be that next guy up as Rackers loses the ball. Brayman takes it away. Over to Dorman. In transition, 2 points for Keelan Dorman.
Beautiful play by Dorman. Thought he might try to give that basketball up, but he decided to take it himself. A confident play.
Rackers loses it in the hands of Schlueter. Up to Brayman. Brayman looking for a lane. He loses the ball, but it's poked away. Hallsville basketball. It stays with the Indians.
That's a
5-point
great
game.
defensive play. Great defensive play because you pause the momentum a little bit. That started to get a little bit out of control for the Eagles right there. Able to poke it away. It's still Hallsville basketball, but starting to feel a swing in this game.
Yeah, it
They're able
really
to finish
feels
that
like that.
play. I mean, that's game changing.
The unfortunate thing is I think that the injury really is a blow right now. Braden Beckman out of the game for Southern Boone, and the injury to him has really given Hallsville something to look forward to, and a foul called before the inbounds play. That one against Chase Rackers. Rackers, his second personal foul. It is worth noting that Brody Troth has 3 personal fouls. Inbounds play, tipped away, and it's staying with Hallsville, though.
An aggressive defense right there by the Eagles, and luckily for Hallsville, able to keep possession.
Brayman gets it into Dorman. Schlueter thought about the 3, drives in, now to Brayman. Brayman wide open from the top of the key. Doesn't get it, batted around, back out. Schlueter, 3-point range, no. Rebound again for Hallsville. They're staying alive. Brayman taking it in. He doesn't care. Puts one up. Nearly had the and one. But instead, it's 2 free throws and a chance to make it a 1-possession game.
Yeah, I mean, Brayman, man, he's fearless. He is fearless. He'll take anybody on this court. That's what I think. That's what I think we've learned tonight from him. Just the aggressiveness. And now he heads to the line.
Well, this is the position that he wants to be in. A high-pressure free throw line. This is where he excels. First free throw. Oh, it's a little strong there. Maybe I spoke too soon. There's the announcer jinx coming in strong, just like that last shot.
Never fails.
Never does. Still a 5-point lead for Southern Boone. Make that 4, though, as Brayman sinks the second. Brayman up to 11 points on today's game. He's 3 for 6 from the free throw line. Full court press. Dorman trying to poke the ball away. Beckman is back in the game, and a foul called. I believe that's going to be an off-ball foul.
It was Stinson.
Yeah, Isaac Stinson.
He whacked the arm right there of Beckman.
Yeah, and it is good to see Braden Beckman back into the game here. So he had just checked back in. He's not putting full pressure back on that knee just yet, but it's not really affecting him too much. And a Euro blocked. Wren blocked by Stinson, and it goes out of bounds. It's Hallsville basketball.
Great defense right there by Stinson to stick with the Euro step. That's awfully hard to do when you're trying to defend, and Stinson was able to stay right with them and bat away the basketball, and now Hallsville staying alive, Austin. They're staying alive.
Yes, they are, and it's not just staying with the Euro, it's timing it as well. Knowing when that release is going to come so that you don't get called for the foul with an early block attempt. Stinson now driving in. He tries to go, but he's rejected this time. So that goes 2 ways, a taste of his own medicine. Back up top, Tatum Brayman on the right wing. From the elbow, got his man in the air, and what a move, but no, can't get the finger roll. Tatum Brayman had his defender out of his shoes, but a little bit of a stretch on the layup attempt, and now a foul called at around midcourt. That one called against Keelan Dorman. Dorman's second personal foul. Nobody on the court for Hallsville has more than 2 personal fouls. Beckman and Troth both have 4 for Southern Boone, though. 4-point lead for the Eagles. Just over a minute to go. 3 team fouls for both teams. Rackers over to Wren. Wren double teamed. Gets this one up to Rackers. Rackers finds a great pass down low, and Brayman just has to go and try his best to swat Shearer. I mean, the height that he just got on that jump for the block attempt, incredible, but obviously you're not going to time that shot very well. It was a pump fake, and now Shearer's got a chance for 2 free throws.
Yeah, Brayman doesn't care about taking the foul in that situation, just trying to do whatever you can to keep him from making that shot, trailing by 4 with only 53.8 to go.
Shearer 2 for 2 from the free throw line against Osage, and he misses the first one here. So does not stay perfect as he did in that 2-point game against Osage.
Free throws are about to become a huge factor.
Second free throw here. It's getting loud, but he doesn't care, and he sinks the second one. 3 points for Mason Shearer. 50 seconds to go. It's a 5-point game. Bremen taking that ball out of the hands of Chase Wren. 44 seconds. Schlueter with Beckman on him, trying to find space. You got to go quick if you're Hallsville. Stinson trying to find a lane. Spin move down low, finger roll. Oh, and it's in. Off the rim, and it drops. One possession game. Isaac Stinson.
That's an incredible play right there. Off balance, gets the finger roll. I mean, that's what Hallsville needed right there. They needed Isaac Stinson to make a big shot, a long possession. They needed to hit something right there. They couldn't afford to take any more time off the clock, and Stinson comes through with a huge shot. They get the roll, and now it's a one-possession game.
32 seconds on the clock. It is a 3-point lead for Southern Boone. Isaac Stinson has 20 in today's game. 20 points for the senior. He's got 6 field goals. He's also missed 7 field goals. He's 6 for 13 from the field. From the free throw line, Stinson 7 for 10. He has been exactly what Hallsville has needed, despite a lackluster performance from some of the other players on this squad right now. The thing is, though, in a situation like this, everyone forgets about what they've done previously in the game, and all you're focused on is hitting that next shot. So for some of those guys, Cameron Cox, Keelan Dorman, maybe their under par performance doesn't matter at this point. Rackers picks up his dribble, gets it off to Beckman. Gets that one down low. Brody Troth with Stinson on him. Misses a shot. Stinson is there for the rebound. Hallsville's got the basketball. 17 seconds left.
They've got a timeout left.
15 seconds. They decide not to use it right now. Schlueter with the ball, and a timeout is called by Schlueter himself, not by Brandon Kreitz. And they will go to the bench with 10.9 seconds left. Hallsville is down 3.
I thought Hallsville was going to foul on that last possession right away. They didn't, and it pays off. It pays off. Southern Boone trying to get it to work down low, and just a great block on the play. And now Hallsville a chance to tie this game if they can get a good look from 3, or opt for a quick 2. See if you got enough time to get a foul and make it a game of free throws on the other side. Only 10 seconds, though, left. I would guess they go for the 3. What do you think?
I think you got to go for the 3 right here. And you look at the players on this team, though. Who do you have shoot the ball? Cameron Cox, you've trusted him in previous games. He was 3 for 5 in their last game against Versailles from beyond the arc. And he's had some crazy games from three-point range this season. I remember a 5 3-point game that he had earlier in the year as well that I was at. He is incredible, but tonight he's 1 for 10 from beyond the arc. Peyton Schlueter, 2 for 4 in this game. He's a good 3-point shooter as well. Do you trust him? Do you trust Cameron Cox? Or do you go to a guy like Caden Thompson as well, who's also a valuable 3-point shooter? There's plenty of options here. I'm not sure who Hallsville's going to choose. It might be Cameron Cox who gets this ball, though. 3-point lead for SBC. Schlueter will inbound it, I believe, as the referees discuss this. The final 10.9 seconds left. Peyton Schlueter will inbound it. Looking to find someone, gets it to Dorman. The clock starts running, 10 seconds. Dorman trying to find a player, but a foul called against Chase Rackers. Rackers' 3rd personal foul in the game. 4th team foul. Both teams have 4 team fouls. So effectively, both teams are in the bonus. No matter what the next foul is, it will result in 2 free throws. Unless, of course, it's an offensive foul.
Smart on Southern Boone to use that foul, though. Try to get a little bit of a reset here.
Schlueter gets this one in bounds. Dorman finds Cox. Cox for 3 with 3 seconds left. No! Batted away. 3-point attempt from Schlueter. No! It's over, and Southern Boone has won it. Peyton Schlueter had an opportunity at the buzzer. Cameron Cox couldn't hit the 3. Schlueter couldn't hit the 3. And Southern Boone has won against Hallsville again. 16 of their last 18 games against each other. It has gone to the Eagles, and the streak continues here in 2025. Southern Boone, their 2nd Tri-County Conference victory. Hallsville, their 2nd Tri-County Conference loss.
Wow, they had a couple looks there too. They had 2 looks. Cox with a great look on the left wing, and then Schlueter still with a second left on the clock. Got off a pretty good shot at the end, but man, how about Southern Boone? That's back-to-back huge road wins for them. And look, this season hasn't been exactly what they wanted it to be up to this point, but they are winning huge games when it matters the most. And they put on an impressive show tonight.
Yes, they did. And what a finish to that game. Yes, it might have been a missed shot that finished it, but it came down to that last shot and whether or not it would go in. And unfortunately for the Indians, it did not fall. And so that is where we end up. The final score here, a victory for Southern Boone, 56-53 here in Hallsville. A quick break, and when we come back, it's going to be the post-game show here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Boone County Journal is the hometown newspaper of Ashland and Hartsburg since 1969. We know you're busy. Let us keep up with Southern Boone happenings for you. We cover social events, school sports, local government, Southern Boone history, obituaries, and more. Subscribe to the Journal today and get the paper delivered to your mailbox every Wednesday. Digital version also available. Call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojo.com. Independent and veteran owned.
Seeking to express your unique style? How about healthier, clear skin? Look no further than Mary Kay. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has been offering a wide range of high-quality makeup and skincare products that empower you to shine and stand out in any setting. From luscious lipsticks to vibrant eyeshadows, flawless foundations to glowing highlights, moisturizing serum to blemish and acne regimens, Mary Kay's got you covered. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, then I've got you covered. To get your best skin, call me, Cassandra Gasway, today at 417-684-2667 or visit online at marykay.com/Cassandra Gasway.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
There's no better way to celebrate a special event or show someone just how important they are to you than gifting them something handcrafted from Country with a Heart. Handmade in mid-Missouri, Country with a Heart specializes in hand-built woodworking projects for every occasion. Their design collection includes children's furniture, doll furniture, household items, holiday decor, outdoor decorations, custom projects, and everything in between. To view their full inventory of projects, visit countrywithaheart.com and find them on Facebook by joining the Country with a Heart group page.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
Well, a tough finish to that game for the Hallsville Indians, but Southern Boone ends up on top in what was a nail-biter. And for Hallsville, they've had plenty of games go their direction in tight contests this season. They've had a few. I go back to that Blair Oaks one, of course. That was a big victory for them. They had the game winner against Booneville a few weeks ago, and they've had some big victories. As you might see on the screen here as we get ready for, I believe it's the court warming celebration for Hallsville here, although I don't have that exactly, but some events going on right here.
Not everyone's leaving on.
Yeah, not everyone's leaving, as you can still see it. I think it shows you how many people were actually at this game. I mean, I didn't see an empty seat around me either on here around us, which is the Southern Boone side, or over on the other side, which is where all the Hallsville fans are. Every seat was taken, and I mean, it was a great atmosphere, to say the least. You could hear both fans loud and clear all night long, and I think that really helped out Southern Boone because it wasn't a true home atmosphere for Hallsville. Southern Boone traveled very well to this game, and it caused a couple of, I think, poor performances from the Hallsville side. And of course, you had the great performers out there. I look at Isaac Stinson, really, who had a phenomenal night anyways. 20 points for him. He did it on good percentages from the field as well. He shot 6 for 13 from the field, right around 50%. He was 1 for 2 from three-point range as well. And from the free throw line, he was 7 for 10. Great all-around performance from Stinson. He was effective on the defensive end as well. Huge asset for Hallsville. Along with that, Tatum Brayman had a great game as well. 11 points for him, although he did struggle a little bit more from the field. Still not awful from the field. In the game in total, he ended up shooting 4 for 12, so just under 35%. But again, you're not going to take too much from that. I think the real difference in this game was the three-point shooting, and that has to do with guys like Cameron Cox and Keelan Dorman. Keelan Dorman maybe not as much from the three-point shooting side as it was for his struggle from inside the arc. He scored 8 points, but he did it on a very poor shooting percentage, 3 for 12 from the field in this game, and he was 0 for 1 from beyond the arc as well when you add in the three-point shooting percentage. Cameron Cox, 1 for 11 from three-point range in this game, 2 for 12 from the field. He did hit one shot from inside. It was an and one, by the way, and it did not spark, unfortunately for Hallsville, it did not spark a turnaround for his night. A rough performance from the senior, and it's going to be one that he's thinking about for a while, but you got to hope that it's going to be one that sparks him in the future for another night down the line, to a night that's more important than tonight, because for Hallsville, you know that that's going to be coming. You know that you've got playoffs that are coming up in just about a month here, and that's going to be the time where you really need it to happen. You need districts to go your way. You need sectionals, if you're able to make it there, to go your way, but you are going to, of course, have to worry about districts first. And with a game like this late in the season, yes, you want to get the momentum. Yes, you want to stay hot, but having an experience like this so close that can stay right in the front of your mind, like for Cameron Cox, I don't think he's going to forget this for a while, and I think that should lead him to better performances down the line. Caden Thompson was 0 for 2 from the field. Schlueter was 2 for 5 from the field. Those were all on three-point attempts. Gabe Jenkins 0 for 1. Abe Rhodes was 1 for 1. It was on a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter there. So that's a look at the stats from the Hallsville side. Any thoughts on that from you, Ian?
Yeah, I think when you look at the Hallsville side, I mean, they scored 94 points in their last game, and tonight, 53. I mean, the team is averaging 67. You're just not going to have your best offensive night every time around, and yeah, I mean, Isaac Stinson was very good, and, Tatum Brayman as well, I thought played very strong basketball, but a lot of guys just having off nights. We talked about the depth at the beginning of the night for this Hallsville team and how that's been such a strength for them in their success this season. They didn't get a lot of depth tonight. They just didn't. Yeah. In terms of scoring the basketball in particular. So, it's one to learn from, and you just have to understand. I mean, not every night's going to go your way. You're not going to be shooting lights out every night. And tonight was not their night, but I don't think that it's a huge cause for concern for Hallsville in their season.
Yeah, and I go back to Peyton Schlueter as well, and you look at his line, 6 points, 2 for 5 shooting from beyond the arc. That's a good night. That's a good night for Peyton Schlueter. But one of those 3 misses that he had was the final shot of the game. And I talk about Cameron Cox remembering his performance. Peyton Schlueter, despite a good performance, he's going to remember that miss at the end of the game as well. So a big opportunity kind of moving forward to be able to use these as learning points, as building off points, as motivation coming down the stretch. Will be interesting to look forward to. And on the Southern Boone side, let's get into those stats real quick. Jace Wren had himself a night out there. He had 18 points. He did it on a little bit struggling from the field. In the first half, he shot 4 of 13 from the field. However, second half, he turned things around, 3 for 7 from the field. A lot better of a field goal percentage. In the game, 7 for 20 from the field. He took 20 shots in the game. Jace Wren, you don't see that all the time. And he didn't take a single three-pointer in that second half after taking 8 three-point attempts in the first half. Really big turnaround from Jace Wren, and I think that was in large part why kind of the difference was made for Southern Boone that allowed them to build up that 10-point lead in the fourth quarter when it was 51-41, 51-41 in the fourth quarter 10-point lead, and a large part of that was due to Jace Wren, I think, changing up that shot diet. Chase Rackers also added in a nice 14 points on 7 for, I'm doing the math in my head right here, 7 for 11 shooting from the field. A great job by Chase Rackers. He was 0 for 1 from beyond the arc. Braden Beckman also got involved in the game, although he only scored 2 points. He took 7 shots from the field. He was 1 for 7 and 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. A rough game for him, but he scored those 2 points late when it mattered. Brody Troth, he added in 7 points throughout the game, 3 for 5 from the field, efficient from him after going 0 for 5 their last game. Richard Oyewale, he was a big presence, a big reason why they were able to go on that run again in that third quarter. He started off really strong. He added 6 points in the second half, 10 points throughout the night. Strong shooting from him, 5 for 10 from the field. Jace Troth off the bench, he scored 2 points on 1 for 3 shooting, and Mason Shearer, he scored 3 points on 1 for 2 shooting from the field and 1 for 2 shooting from the free throw line. That is all I've got on stats for tonight's game. Any final thoughts from you, Ian, before we close up this postgame show?
Yeah, I'll just add on there at the end, Richard Oyewale, man, he was very impressive. What he was able to do in the paint, the mismatches that he was able to draw there. I thought he did a great job on defense, and I think he took away a lot of what Hallsville was trying to do on offense. And, he kind of had to force up a lot of threes and not able to drive into the paint because you've got a guy like Oyewale who's rejecting all of these shots. So I think he was a huge factor. But, yeah, I mean, Southern Boone, I'll say it one more time, the record does not reflect how good of a team they are.
No.
That's a very talented basketball team that can go in and beat just about anybody. And for Hallsville, it's not a great offensive night. The shooting wasn't there, but I don't think it's anything to be alarmed about. Still a very, very talented basketball team that's going to have better nights.
I completely agree with you right there. And those better nights are going to be coming ahead for Hallsville. As you look at their team, and they've got some big games coming up, to say the least, and they'll be hoping to kind of turn things around for those upcoming games. And like I mentioned, the playoffs and the district tournament is coming up relatively soon. That's still in mid-March, early March, I should say. But we're getting around that time here. It's getting near March. Against Osage at home on Tuesday night, and that's at that game could be one to watch for. Go to Salisbury at 7:30 p.m. next Thursday night, I believe that is, 2:20. If tonight is the 14th, then that would be, well, I don't remember what tonight is.
That would make it Thursday.
That would make it Thursday night. Yes, so Thursday night. I believe we're going to be providing coverage of that game as well here on the Show Me Sports Network. The game at Salisbury at 7:30 p.m. next Thursday. I don't even know my own schedule, apparently. Then, of course, they've got Father Tolton on the road the 24th of February. Those are their next 3 games coming up for Hallsville. And for Southern Boone, they've got some big games coming up as well. They're hoping to kind of keep this momentum in their favor. They beat a tough Osage team. Now they've beat Hallsville, who we know is a tough team. And then they're going to be going to host New Bloomfield at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Interesting game time. And then at Fatima on the 18th this next week. So that is Tuesday as well. They've got 4 games in 7 days for Southern Boone. That is a tough schedule to be playing. They also play Odessa at 7 o'clock on the 19th. That's on Wednesday. So a lot of games coming up for Southern Boone, and we'll have to see how they perform over that stretch. But that is going to do it for tonight's post-game show. Thank you so much for tuning in to the entire coverage tonight on the Show Me Sports Network. From myself, Austin Thomas, from Ian Paprocki, and from the entire rest of the Show Me Sports Network, thank you for tuning in, and have a fantastic rest of your night.
The Midwest and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The proceeding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.